G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about everyone's favourite brand, GAN. Now, I have a few GAN cubes. My very first speed cube was a GAN cube. It's this one with a whole bunch of signatures of famous cubers that I got at Worlds. Yeah, it's the GAN 356S Air from 2017, I think it was. This was like revolutionary. It doesn't even have magnets and it's quite bad now. But for the time, the mechanism was really good. I then upgraded to the GAN Air SM in 2018. This one was my first magnetic GAN. Then I thought it would be a good idea to get a few of these. I got the GAN R, an Angstrom GAN X, and then the GAN 356M. I also have a GAN 2x2, but those are my 6 GAN cubes. So, as you can see, I'm not opposed to buying them. I want to try them out, give them a go, but I have a few problems with GAN. The first issue that everyone comes across when they think of GAN is the price. So, everyone knows they're expensive, yeah, that's fine, but expensive usually means good, right? Well, you guys all know everyone's favourite brand, Rubik's. Yeah, are they expensive? Yes. Are they good? No. GAN's cubes don't have to be that expensive. It's more about just like the prestige of what they have. They brand themselves kind of like Apple, where they sell themselves as an expensive brand that's really premium. They feel quite premium when you hold them. The turning, it's all unique sort of high-end speed solving equipment. But with Android compared to Apple, is that Androids these days can do exactly the same thing as Apple. Let's not talk about Samsung, because Samsung is getting quite expensive now. But other brands like my phone, which I use is a OnePlus 7, and other brands like Huawei, HTC, OnePlus, all those kind of brands, if you know anything about phones, you know what I'm talking about. They're all really good and they can come very cheap. I have a whole opinion about Apple, but let's not get into that now because we're talking about GAN. The cheap options of GAN are quite bad, I would say. For starters, this GAN R, no magnets, it was still quite expensive for what it is. And it's kind of like Apple phones where they have their cheaper models are not very good. They have terrible specs and it's not what you'd expect from Apple. But today's cubes, like the GAN M, this is not a very good cube. I cannot turn down on this. Maybe it's just I haven't set it up, but I think a lot of people will agree that you need the customization options because the stock ones just aren't good enough. If it's the only thing you have and you won't know any different, and sure, that's fine. But it's still relatively expensive. It was a lot cheaper than the XS, but the cheap options should be cheap and they should be still good. If they're going to have a slightly higher price than budget cubes like Usually Little Magic or the Maylong or something like that, then they need to have better quality performance. It should just be that simple. Higher the price, higher the quality. Another thing I don't really like about GAN as a brand is that they bring out their cubes way too quickly. Like just this year, 2020, I think there's been 5 different GAN cubes they've released, along with the Pyraminx and the new 11M Pro, whatever. They just bring it out too fast, which is, some people could argue that that's good, but to me, that's just bad marketing. They're going to burn out way too quickly. Something that I like about Apple is that they bring out one phone every year. They're not going to bring one out this year because of the virus, and that's fair enough, but they bring out one every year, which is a good amount. If GAN even brought out 2 a year, maybe one in the start of the year, one in the mid-year, or even one at the end of the year, I don't know, but they have already brought out 5 cubes and it's not even the end of the year yet. Yes, these are all different kinds of cubes, but they had the X 2020 edition at the start of the year, and that one no one really wanted. Same with the Air. They're just bringing them out too quickly and people can't keep up. If they delayed the 11M Pro to later on next year, whatever, it would be fine, because then they're not going to run out of innovation way too quickly and just bring out the same cube over and over again like they've been doing with this year's. That's just from a brand standpoint. That's nothing to do with the cubes. That's just something that I think is not a good idea for them to do. And another thing, they're overhyped. I see kids online, young children, who are wanting to get into speed cubing, and they think that a GAN cube is like the best thing ever, so they have to get that to be good. No, that's not true at all. I thought that myself. When I was about 16, I got my first GAN cube and it was good, but I could have done a lot better on a cheaper cube. The Dian Tengyun V1 was my main cube for a very long time. This is around $30 Australian, I think. It's done me very well. It hasn't gone out of style. It's still a very good cube. It's just my turning style's kind of changed because I've got a little bit faster, but this one was perfect for me, and I recommend this to anyone who's trying to get into speed cubing. It's good for everyone. The turning is great, really soft, really quiet, everything you want in a speed cube. The RS3M, the one that came out this year, the 2020 edition, such a good cube. It's like Daily Puzzle's most popular speed cube. By the way, use code NOBLE at checkout for a 10% discount. But no, the RS3M is very good. If you want to get into speed cubing, don't get a GAN. You can get that afterwards. If you start getting really good, then you can start experimenting. But all these budget cubes, this was $18 I think, Australian. That's nothing. They're overhyped and everyone's saying that they're the best, and all the memes, and you know, it's just frustrating to see that new cubers who want to get into this think they have to spend heaps of money to get good, which is absolutely not true. And one last thing, where's the variety? I know they're starting to branch out with their Pyraminx and their Megaminx, but they have a 2x2, 3x3, 4x4. That's it. That's what they had for a long time. And now they've brought out, the new Megaminx, which is quite good, and then the new Pyraminx, which I'm assuming is quite good. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard it's good things. But where's the Cube, Square 1, Clock, 5, 6, 7x7, even maybe some non-WCA puzzles, I don't know. But there's no variety. I don't know why they've decided to do this, but maybe it's to keep their catalogue small, but then they have hundreds of 3x3s. I don't know, I don't understand their branding, but I know a lot of people are waiting for that GAN Cube. It has been rumoured, but I don't know how trustworthy that is, because it is quite odd for GAN to bring that out. I'm actually surprised that they brought out the Megaminx first, because Pyraminx probably would have made more sense to bring out first, because that's a lot more popular. But anyway, I'd like some more variety, but I suppose that's just another branding thing that they need to decide on themselves. GAN is fine, they make fine cubes. It's just not worth it. I don't agree with a lot of things people say about GAN, but they do make fairly solid puzzles. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like and a comment, and please make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.